Have you seen the current ad sponsored by the militant atheist group, the American Humanist Association? It's financing a $40,000 publicity campaign on Washington, D.C. public transportation. The ad shows Santa Claus saying, "Why believe in a God? Just be good for goodness sake." The claim is that there is no God, but that we can just decide to be good without Him. Well, can we do that? If there is no God, who decides what's good and what's bad? Can we all decide for ourselves individually? How would we go about figuring out what good is? And what if your definition clashes with or even interferes with mine? Then what do we do? Have you ever experienced that what seems good at one point sometimes turns out to be anything but good later on? Have you ever had to give the excuse, "It seemed like a good idea at the time"? The problem is, we can't always see into the future to know what the results will be of what we think and do. We can't figure out what is good in the final analysis. Wisdom coming to us from 3,000 years ago underscores the problem and the solution. It says, "Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the hearts." No one gets up in the morning and says, "Today I'm going to make a horribly destructive decision that will harm many other people and ruin the rest of my life." Yet every day in the news we see and hear about people who do just that. And it seemed like a good idea at the time. The Bible tells us that in the beginning, Adam and Eve were given the choice of believing and obeying what God told them, or of eating the forbidden fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Eating that fruit represented the choice not to believe God, but to decide for themselves what was good and what was evil. Human history is the tragic story of their descendants trying to figure it out, apart from God, and never getting it right. Yes, we can muddle around trying to figure out for ourselves what is good and what isn't, and if we do, we'll pay the painful price of our pride. Thankfully, there's another choice. We can listen to our Creator, who made us, and who can see the end results of our ways of thinking and living. He tells us what's good and what's not, what will be good now and forever. We know what the members of the American Humanist Association think of God. Can we know what God thinks of them? Actually, we can. The Bible puts it very simply. Fools say to themselves, "There is no God." For GN Magazine, I'm Joel Meeker.